So I know I asked you guys to get some M&Ms for the lab today, but I understand that times are really weird right now, so asking your parents to go out and get some stuff is asking for a lot. So I thought I would do the experiment on a video, so if you guys don't have it, you guys can watch it, and then that way you guys can start making observations that way. So we're going to go from there. If you do have the stuff, great. You guys can mix around and do different stuff with the M&Ms for different experiments, but for right now I'm going to do the really basic ones. So that way you guys can watch that and then start making your own like hypothesis or different kinds of experiments that you think will work well. So if you guys do have the M&Ms, the only thing that you're going to need for this experiment is M&M and water. You're going to mix those two together and you guys are going to start observing what happens when you put the two together. So before we get started with this experiment, we have to kind of go back in time to the first couple weeks of school and review about what an independent and a dependent variable is. So the independent variable is something that I change. And that could be a whole bunch of different things. The dependent variable is what changes as a result of the change that you did. Going back to that experiment with the plants, if I change the amount of sunlight that it gets, the amount of water that it gets, and the temperature, I won't be able to say which one is the reason why that plant grew. I won't be able to say if it's because it got more water, or because it was in a better temperature, or because it got more sunlight. Because all those different things could be the reason that plant is either growing super big or because that plant is kind of wilting up and dying. And so for this experiment, since we're using M&Ms and water, there's a bunch of different other variables that you can use to see which one you want to use for your independent variable. Right, so like the color of the M&M, the amount of M&Ms, or even the temperature of the water. Those are all different factors that you can use and see what kind of changes occur when you put that M&M in the water. Now I know you guys have seen an M&M before, but I'm just going to take this time to have you guys just pause the video for a quick second, take a look at this M&M, and make your observations on it, okay? You'll also need to get a visual representation of the inside, so no better way to do that than taking a bite out of it. But here you guys go, you guys can see the inside, pause it real quick, because if not, I'm just going to go and, there we go, and pop it right in my mouth. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your water bottle and you're going to pour it out over the plate. After that, you're going to take your M&M and you're going to just place it right into the water, and you're going to have to give it some time. I'm going to speed it up a little bit when I show you guys, but as soon as you place that M&M in there, it's slowly going to start dissolving and you're going to see the color from it spread out. I added just enough water so there's a little bit of redness on top, so you see that it won't really change, but by the time that I pull it out and I show you guys, you're going to see that the bottom half of it is going to be basically void of color. And there you have it. As you can see, the top half of it, there's still the M intact, but underneath it, the M&M has completely dissolved and all that's left is just that little thin white layer. Now that we've done that with one M&M, we're going to actually do all of the colors within the M&M spectrum and see how differently they dissolve. So same thing as I did before, I'm going to pour water out onto the plate and I'm going to put all the different color M&Ms onto the plate around the exact same time. The reason why is because I have to keep constants. Going back to what we had talked about before, constants are variables that you want to keep the same. So if I put them on at different times, obviously that would alter my experiment. But if I had multiple plates and say I put them all and they were different temperatures, or if one had more water than the other, then they wouldn't be having the same variables constant. So it's all in the same container of the plate. All the M&Ms are tried to put down at the same time, and that way I can truly see which one is dissolving faster based solely off of its color. Following up on that, if you guys are doing this and let's say you find that the blue dissolves the fastest, you might need to do more trials, because if you do it the first time and it's blue and you do it 30 other times and every single time it's red, that would tell you that that first one was just a fluke, and you have to keep doing more and more trials to make sure which one is correct. For now, for this experiment, you guys can get away with doing the one, but just keep that in mind for later on. So there you go, guys. If you didn't have the materials or you just kind of missed seeing your teacher, you guys have a video demonstration on M&Ms and how they dissolve. I really miss you guys and I miss teaching you guys. It really stinks the way that the year kind of ended, but I just want to make sure that you guys are all staying safe, wash your hands, do everything that you need to do to stay safe. I will try and keep doing more videos like this in the future, I can't promise I'll do it every single week with every assignment, but I like doing them. They're fun. Hopefully it wasn't like too cringy or anything like that. Have a great rest of your week and email me if you need anything. See you guys.